In this video, I'm going to show you how to create high CTR Pinterest pins that actually gets the click plus the reach as well. The point is not to just create pins for the sake of creating it. We want the pins to get the maximum possible reach. So in order to do that, first head over to the search box over here and type the query which you are targeting. For example, in my case, it's Malaysian recipes. I just wrote a blog post on Malaysian recipes, so I'm doing a search on that. And once you type the key phrase over here and hit the enter button, Pinterest will give you all the list of pins that is relevant to this key phrase. So just analyze the top pins that you see for this key phrase, like understand the color, the font, the vibe that you get on the first page of Pinterest or on the top results, I would say. And once you analyze that, just select a specific pin. For example, in my case, I have selected this pin, and what I'll do is I'll download this image. And once I've downloaded the image, I'll go to Gemini. Sorry, not in Gemini, but in ChatGPT. I'll use Gemini for creating images. So what I'll do is I'll go to ChatGPT and then I'll upload this image which I downloaded in ChatGPT, and then I'll ask it to analyze. So I'll just give it a prompt. I'll just say analyze the uh, attached image. Sorry for the typos. Attached image, and help me understand the vibe, the color for the attached pin so I can replicate the design. If possible, also help me with a short prompt to generate a similar image. Now, what ChatGPT will do is it will analyze the attached image, and then it will also help me with the prompt as well. Now, over here, you'll see what the ChatGPT has analyzed. It clearly says that this Pinterest pin screams premium plus editorial food magazine vibe. So it also says like it's clean but bold, slightly luxurious, warm, appetizing. So all these are elements that has to be a part of my pin, which I will be creating. So once it has done that, it should also give me a prompt. There you go. It gave me a prompt over here. So what I'll do is I'll copy this prompt, and then I'll go back to Gemini. And in Gemini, what I'll do is I'll create a relevant image, right? So what I'll do is I'll say 9 raised to 16 ratio image, and then I'll paste this command. So I'll just remove this thing to, and then let's see what Gemini gives me. Gemini will take some time for the image to be created. Once it's done, I'll just let you know what needs to be done next. Give it a while until it's downloading. So until then, what we'll do is what will is we'll analyze the uh, what do you call that, annotations. We'll analyze the annotations that this Pinterest pin has. So what I'll do is I'll go to Pintrendo, and in Pinterendo I'll go to annotations hunter, and then I'll paste this thing over here. So and then I'll fetch the annotations, and boom, so it gives me all these annotations which are associated with that pin. So next what I'll do is I'll copy these annotations. I've already copied these annotations, by the way, guys, and it's right over here. So what I'll do is I'll copy these annotations, and what I'll do is I'll go to Gemini. Boom. So if you see, Gemini has already generated a very nice image for this, but I don't want this image directly to go on Pinterest. Why? Because it may or may not include all the elements that are described in these annotations which I copied. So what I'll do is now I'll ask Gemini to enhance this image further. So I'll give a prompt that says, can you further enhance this image by including the elements described below. Now I'll hit the enter button and see what Gemini gives me. Again, it will take some time. What it will do is it will modify the images according to the elements which I have found from the annotations, right? So give it a while. I hope this time it comes through. Gemini can take some time, guys, so you have to be patient with that. But yes, you can be rest assured that once you give the precise prompt, boom. So now, if you see, this image has all the elements that I described under the annotations. So if I upload this image on Pinterest right now, Pinterest will easily understand what this image is about. In fact, it will try to outrank this image. Why? Because the image which we generated, it includes all the associated annotations that Pinterest has already assigned to this specific pin. Making sense, guys? So all the annotations which has been assigned to this specific pin has been embedded into this new pin image that we have created. Now, if I upload this image and if I write a nice description that also includes these annotations inside those descriptions, Pinterest will easily understand what that pin is all about. And furthermore, even if you're not able to outrank this pin, you are more likely to show under the related pins section as well, like somewhere over here, which means you can get the traffic from the related pins section as well, right? So just rinse and repeat that process, and you should be able to get the traction on your Pinterest account. And also, what I would like to say is that you can also use Canva to create custom pin designs. Like for example, if you go to Canva, just select the pin design over here that says Pinterest pin, and then over here what you can do is you can upload the images which ChatGPT gave us. ChatGPT gave us this elements, right? Over here, as you can see over here, clean but bold, slightly luxurious, warm, appetizing, structured, and then the background color. So if you are able to match these color codes, and if you are able to create relevant pins inside Canva, nothing like it. In fact, it is better than Gemini if you can do that. Right. So that will be all for today, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. Let me know, and I'll see you soon.